Hello everyone, welcome to the very last battle of this turn, where we have two fleets from Voltav, specifically 1st and 2nd Guards Airborne, up against two fleets from Mandate from Heaven, the Trolling Fleet's Fighters and Battle. Let's get things rolling and see who comes out on top. The Trolling Fleet Battle has these three middle ships, whereas Fighter has each of the ones on the flanks. Ignore the green. It is fleet color issue. These are the kind we've seen before. Actually, they are very similar to each other. Right? Sailor. Silence. Okay. I do not know what the difference is. Probably different loadout or something. But I think these are still the alloy keeled ones. Well done. Voltav have set out to liberate their comrades most expeditiously. Yeah, send their opponents straight to the heaven they claim to speak for. And usually these guys are pretty good at avoiding collisions, but not seemingly this time. What happened to that guy? He got pretty badly bricked by something. Still able to fight, though. Still able to fight. I think VBR wins this. I think they've got enough alpha strike, or just strike force in general, with those missiles. Now, I guess the naval warships over here also have large missiles that are pretty good. But I know at least one of them already lost half of its missiles. Like, yeah, I mean, just look at those missiles. That's a lot of damage. This guy, which one is he? I'm blind. This one just went down to 81. The entire forward superstructure is gone, and the rear gun is also disabled somehow. Another one lost its forward turrets. This guy is a little bit worse for wear, but he probably still has his missiles functional. Maybe. Yeah.
You ready to eat in like 25 minutes, or are you going to be still going?
Yeah, this is the last battle.
Okay, cool. I mean, we could also bring something back, but...
Yep, I'd be happy to go.
Okay. Man, we gotta get out of this apartment.
I do appreciate all the people who have deco missiles that look pretty cool. Also, really, it should be deco, but deco just seems to sound better, you know? Alright, let's go for a health check. The Pyro Buzzards are all, with the exception of the one that's in the water, above 90% health. Meanwhile, the ships, some of them are down in the 70s. I think VBR have this. I'm not sure what's up with the target prio, or whatever it is, of these missiles. Maybe they're getting shot down by Seawiz, I don't know. But I would have thought that these guys would chew through the Pyro Buzzards relatively quickly. But they don't appear to have something that it takes. Ooh, or those interceptors. Let's see. That is an interceptor. What's it going after? Missiles in the water. SMH, no wonder these guys are losing. Their missiles either don't have the range or get distracted and run out of fuel. This guy, this silence is not looking good. Not that this guy's looking much better either, but the profound lack of a deck forward of the rear superstructure is mildly concerning. And that is an uncommon sight. And definitely not one that you want to have. Oh! Rest in peace. So, of the 4 crosswinds, 2 have killed themselves, and the other 2 are still alive, albeit with 20+% damage. I'm guessing these guys ate missiles. I don't think the guns would have done that kind of much damage in one area. This guy's gotta be like 50%, right? 61, really? Oh, there goes a crosswind. One of them just ate it. Is it this guy? Nope, the other one.
Hello.
Wherever it is. Is it flying? I don't know. One of the crosswinds is probably dead now. Yep, it despawned. Just barely making it across the finish line. Absolutely brutalizing that rear turret and chunking a big piece out of the stern. That's a lot of bullets. And it looks like 2 of these ships are finally going to despawn. A silence on 58 and a sailor on 55. Meanwhile, the other ones are 95, 82, and 93 hiding behind the 82. And I'm guessing they've had most of their weapons stripped out, given what the other ones look like once they start getting damaged. See, the one on 92 has forward guns and probably damaged missiles. By the way, the missiles I think are being really mitigated by interceptors. Oh, there goes both those guys same time. Well, was going to be until that guy resurfaced. Either way, they're not long for the world. This will be the largest mandate victory thus far if it ends up, or not mandate, not VBR victory. Quite easily by cost destroyed, because they won one quick battle at the beginning against planes. But these are now much bigger vessels they're sinking. Bigger and more expensive. And they'll only end up losing 1 plane, because these guys are light aircraft. That Pyro Buzzard will be considered lost because it's stuck in the water. We're 93, 77, and 86 health left on these guys. Oh, lost the top of their funnel, I think, maybe? Yep. That's funny. Even the 2 downed Pyro Buzzards, are they both in the water? No, the one downed Pyro Buzzard are still firing. Somewhat reduced in severity, but still active. And this guy, the most damaged of the still surviving. Oh, nope, there's two of them now at 77. Yeah, they just don't last too long before the withering barrage of, I assume, large missiles. Those big blocky superstructures can chunk damage for a little while, but not super long. That hurt. This guy's timely capsize protected him from those missiles. That's pretty funny. But I suspect the next hits that come will be more severe. Because it's now bottoms up. And it's a lot easier to get strikes on the important stuff like cannon bottoms, AI, and ammo. That missile probably did a lot of damage. Because it went off on the inside. Not sure quite what those heavy armor beams are protecting, because it's gone now. We're now looking at 66, 68, and 89. Oh, at some point the last of the skimmers ate it. But we've still got 4 Pyro Buzzards airborne. This guy's had 2 of his missiles cut short. Based on this battle, it seems like these guys capsizing is an anomaly. It's now happened to what is it, like 2 out of the 10 of these guys that have appeared? So it looked real bad when the only damaged one in the previous round of battles got capsized. But here it's just one of them that has happened to. Is this guy, has he beached up on land? Impressive. Well, if this guy is on land, he can be salvageable. Oh, Commodore Castle wishes to capture. Let's see. Well, but this guy despawned. This guy is capsized and definitely disabled. And this one at 82%. Disabled rear gun, disabled forward guns. Probably disabled missiles. Let's see if they fire. Well, it's certainly not going to put up any resistance. You can try to capture. Now, you only have helicopters left, which makes capturing rather difficult. Would you like to try and land crew from your helicopters onto the helipads of these guys? Or just on the bottom of the hull of the other one? Let's roll to see if you included parachutes. If either of these is high, you've got parachutes. You have no parachutes. That's a 3 and a 4. So would you like to try and land your helicopters on the damaged enemy ships that are still maneuvering? Or at least one of which is still maneuvering? No, he's still moving. He's still moving. Actually, you may be right. He may be going to a crawl. He may be engine disabled. Uh-oh. He's gonna capsize. Would you like to try and land on his bottom once he capsizes? That's the other one despawning. This will be your last chance. Alright, turning the guns off. Oh, I should leave the guns on this guy. Not that he's got much. Okie dokie. Yep, your stuff's all off. Let's start rolling some dice for landing. Would you like to have all 4 try? Yeah, obviously. Simultaneously would be a bad idea. Let's see if any of them are able to... Okay, all of your pilots are bad, but one of them is able to get vaguely close to it. This is rolling on the small chance that your one helicopter gets crowbarred by crew who've jumped ship. Yes, I have bad news, Castle. That natural 20 means that the surviving crewmen on the top of this capsized, or on the bottom of this capsized ship, crowbarred your attacking helicopter. Let's see whether or not they're able to escape. I mean, you jump into the water and then you clamber back onto it. That's how it works. You are able to escape. But you will not be able to capture this vessel, as the crew are determined even by crowbar. No. The 17 was your attempt to escape. They do not gain a pyro buzzard. That would be hilarious, though. That is the end, though. This guy will get scuttled off screen. That's the end of battles for now. Thank you all for watching. It's been more fun than I was hoping to get through these battles. See y'all.